Okay, g'day everyone. My name's Shannon, and for my assessment week 1 topic, I'm looking at microphone placement for recording acoustic guitar. I'm from Australia, obviously, and I'm just an amateur musician, but I really enjoy writing my own music and recording it, and so microphone placement for recording my acoustic guitar has been a challenge, to say the least, and so I'm hoping you guys learn some new stuff out of this talk, as I have, and I will apply to my own recording. So a couple of things in the beginning that you need to consider when you're going to record is the microphone type, and also understand the overall goal for placement of your microphone. Now, we've already learnt that each microphone has a different specification to it, and you need to consider that with the sound that you're trying to record from your acoustic guitar, and each acoustic guitar has its own sound. Possibly the most important thing in recording is placement, so it's right up there, and you can understand why, and you probably understand a lot more by the end of this talk as to why it is so important, or if not the most important thing for recording. Ultimately, the best place for your microphone is where the thing you want to record sounds best, and that's something that you're going to have to find out for each of your own situations. Something that's important is that you need to get into a position that's comfortable. You're going to need to remain in that position for the entire length of recording, so do a bit of practice and get in your spot and get a bit of a groove going on. Take note of where you are in the room or wherever you're recording, and take note of where you're likely to have your recording equipment and your microphone placement. There's a good simple diagram of some basic concepts when it comes to recording acoustic guitars. Where the arrows or the dashed lines are pointing is where you're going to get the different types of sounds. So if you're after a natural sort of sound, you should be aiming for the 12th fret. That's something that I've picked up a fair bit in the reading. But if you're after a more bassy sound, you want to go straight towards the sound hole, and more mellow sound towards where your fretboard, so the ridge is. And if you are able to have someone to help you out while you're in your comfortable playing position, it's a good idea to have them monitoring the sound while you're playing and moving the mic around the room until you find a spot where you both agree it sounds best. Then you want to lock your microphone in, obviously, and then record and trial and error. And it's probably something that you won't ever get perfectly right, so that's probably to keep that in the back of your mind too. It's more important that you get the sound recorded as high quality as you can, and then work your EQs later on your DAW. Thanks very much for listening, and I hope you learned something.